Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing just fine. So welcome back to the second tutorial of SQL or SQL returns. So let's just get started. And also I would like to say one thing that stick around till the end of the tutorial. I have a great surprise for you guys. Okay, so for now let's get into my SQL workbench. Alright, so in the last tutorial, just to sum up, we created a table, we saw how to create a database, and we saw how to use it. Then we saw how to select the tables and how to display them using conditions, etc. We saw the data type, a few data types like this is character, integer, etc. And we inserted a value into it. So what I want you guys to do is just input some other values and like another few games like Superman or Grand Theft Auto series, and just give them a few numbers or values, etc. Then we also saw how to see all those databases, and then we saw how to alter a table, how to modify its value, how to add a column or etc. So like we added a genre column here. Okay, so this is basically what we saw in the last tutorial. Alright, so let's just see this one. So this is one table that I have created. It's basically cricket data. So it's completely like it's false data. So it has a primary key, it has a few variables. We are going to see this in detail later. It comes under constraints. So yeah, so okay, let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to see is how to drop values. So this code is called truncate table. What it actually does is, let me just show you the table right now. Okay, so this is the current table that which we have. So when I run this code called truncate table and then the table name, what it basically does is deletes all of the rows inside the table. It does not delete the table completely, but it deletes all of the values. So the structure of the table is still maintained. Okay, so to compare this truncate query with another query, which is actually drop table, then the table name. If you run this code, if you run this code, so the table will be completely deleted, so you won't have anything left. Then the structure and everything will be deleted along with the values. So make sure to know the difference between these two. This one just deletes the values, while this one deletes the table completely. Okay, so we saw the alter table query. We just added a new column called genre in our old games table. Alter table has more features like drop or modify. So as you can see, I have a column named country. So if I run this code like alter table, then will come with the table name, then drop, then comes the column. So if I run this code, my column will be dropped completely. And when I use this desk team info, it basically gives me a summary of what the table is. So here is it. So it gives me the columns, it tells whether there's a primary key, etc, etc. Yeah, so yes, we saw how to use the select function. Also we select everything from table, so that this table will, so now this code will display all of the contents of the table. So we can use it differently. If you want to just see the country and the name from out of the entire table, or you can put constraints for it, like select everything from team info where country should be USA and its established year should be 1996. Yeah, you can use either and or according to your choice. So let's run this code. As you can see, we have one country USA and its established year is 1996. So it will only show us countries which are USA and whose established year was 1996. Okay, so what this function does is basically returns the count of how many elements or the data we have. So here what we have done is we have input the country, select count distinct country from team info. So what it basically does is gives the number of countries. So let me just run this. As you can see, it gives 5, but now when we see, so we can see that we have 5 countries, so it basically gave us 5, which is correct. Then comes the delete rows columns, so you can just directly go ahead and put delete from team info where id is equal to 1. So what it will do is it will delete the id which is 1. So if you see in this table, you can see that I don't have id 1 or 2. It's because I have already run this code. So if I run this again, it would make no sense. Okay, then comes order by. It basically tells you how you want to order your table. So select everything from team info and order by country and in a descending manner. So as you see, when I run this code, it shows me but as you see, it has sorted it according to the country, so and in a descending order. So it will start from Z and it will go to A. As you can see, U, let me just change this, U, I, G, A, etc. You can order by however you want. You can order by year and etc. So this one is select function again, where this is basically what I'm trying to show you guys is the not null. So he will go ahead and show me everything in table team info where the established year is not null. So when I run this, it's going to be showing me all of the tables because all of the tables are filled. But suppose if I type here is null, and then when I try to run, see, I don't see anything. Why? Because there's no value in the established year which is actually null. Right? So we saw the order function and then the update one. Okay, yeah, when you use this, it will set the name as Team London wherever the ID was 1. So wherever your ID might be, whichever it might be, you just have to mention the ID and then you can change the name to whatever you want of that ID. Here is the name column. Yeah, so when you use the drop database, when you run this code, your database gets deleted. When you use drop, your table gets deleted. So this is another 2 functions which are minimum, maximum. So what you do is you put up the column whichever you want, and out of that entire column it gives you the minimum value. So when you go ahead and run this one, so you get 1969. So 1969 is the smallest value that we have in our table currently. And then this is also another function called count. It basically will count all of the countries which are named USA, so it will give us only 1. So we have similar such functions like sum, average, etc., which you guys can obviously try out. So I guess guys, that's it for this basic another tutorial of SQL. So from the next tutorial we are actually going to start constraints, and I hope you are still hanging around. So what the actual announcement that I wanted to make was that at the end of every video from now, there's going to be a bonus meme. Yay! I'm pretty excited for this. So I hope you guys are excited too. So this is something new which I'm going to try out to see how people react to it. So I guess that's it for this video. Please give it a like guys, subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends, and comment down below if you have any doubts or queries. So I guess I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.